Hi, welcome to this channel, Stone the Crone. I'm Kellyanne Chaos. Today I'm in my garden. It's actually really lovely out here today. The other day I posted a video about my peak trans moment, or trans peak moment, I think it's peak trans moment. I wanted to add on that today with this. And I wanted to say that, look, I really have a passion and I really enjoy occult knowledge. I enjoy symbolism. I enjoy reading 15th century type of things. Look, I have reenacted in the past, like I've mentioned, and been a belly dancer. So it's sort of part of my whole being who I am. When I used to be on Facebook, and I used to be involved with a few Facebook groups that were magic related, occult related, and from quite witchy groups to more of the occult. That sort of the information that they were sharing was more Golden Dawn based. I suppose what you'd refer maybe secret society sort of stuff. I found this really excellent occult group, and that was what's referred to as chaos magic. And chaos magic really spoke to me and resonated with me and who I am. For that, I don't know my biological father, and I've had my DNA tested now, and I'm, I suppose as a kid would have been referred to as a mongrel breed or Heinz variety, which means I'm a mixed race individual. I used to belong to some Facebook groups, and these groups were magic in sort of flavour oriented. And one particular group I found was chaos magic. And because of my ancestries, it resonated with me, if you want to use that word. I think it's a weird word, don't really like it. It sort of vibed with me. My ancestry is made up of Southeast Asian, which is like Sri Lankan, Indian, Pakistani, Scottish, and Nigerian, because I've, like I said, had my DNA done. So when I looked into occultism as an older person to, dedicate more time and actually sort of study the more of it, I kind of looked at my ancestry and how I can incorporate that into what I was learning. This particular Facebook group was really, really wonderful. It was so good. The resources on this group was absolutely phenomenal. So they had a library, and you could go into the library and you can sort of look at different books that you just can't really find. Or if you can find, they're very expensive on digital format. So this Chaos Magic Guild, it was called, was excellent. It was great resource. It was great for finding information. If you need to find something, you could pretty much ask people if you're looking for a particular text, which is where I found Walter Russell's Universal All, which is, oh my god, it's a really fantastic document. It was written in the 1920s. So I found pieces like that. Anything I wanted to find. So eventually I started noticing was the amount of trends that the page started getting. So this is probably about 4 years ago. So where it went from a page where you could ask questions, you could find material in order to for whatever reason that you were looking for it, and be very, very helpful platform. It started attracting the trans because the theory, I suppose, with the trans identified people were, especially the male to female people, was that it was chaos magic going to a surgeon and getting these upgrades done to your physical self was somehow magic, was what the definition of chaos magic was. And then, they were adding more and more photos of themselves tuning out, which was quite disturbing. And the whole page eventually went from this really excellent resource slash community of occult-minded people that knew where to find particular information you're looking for, to literally just men showing pictures of their transformation. So it was highly upsetting and depressing that in such a very, very, very short amount of time. I mean, look, I can still go to that page. I can still go and use its resources. The library's still there. The information's still there. But you can't go there and ask anybody any questions in regards to anything other that's not in their particular library. Which is, it's slightly depressing. And the same, unfortunately, has happened within the alternative community, as in the sort of like the goth punk slash, sorry, it's Australia and there's flies buzzing around my head, slash community. Like there's one particular online shop that we like to use, and they've got their forum on Facebook, and I've been noticing the same things there, that all the alternative clothes now, that the goth punk type of flavoured sort of stuff is more and more of these young male to female modelling, not modelling on, but on the Facebook pages, they're definitely the ones taking photos of themselves and presenting it, and it's just gotten, so you sort of go, I don't know, it'd be kind of nice to actually see a real woman like post an outfit they're wearing for a change. I'd rather call myself an occultist than a witch, because I like my research. I like to read. I like to get books in my hands if I can. Digital's okay, but if I can get books in my hand, I really like that. So I think for myself, that's where I kind of struggle with the the gender atheist sort of idea, because I do believe, and this is just based on where I'm at on this realm with the knowledge that I have, and that is, I do believe there's like a consciousness, there is a soul. So I find it hard to, there's that fly again, refer to myself as a gender atheist because of that. I do think that, what I did notice within the whole magic slash chaos magic, especially the chaos magic community, was that they were always posting the Baphomet and doing the Baphomet hand gestures all the time. And I just sort of like, you know, they seem to be missing, in my opinion, the understanding that we're humans here having a human experience, and that human experience, it comes with some limitation. What I refer to as universal law, or has been referred to as natural law. We are humans here having a human experience, and there's some things that we literally can control and can manifest, and there's other things that we kind of make a kind of agreement, or at least an agreement to have an experience. This is like real woo-woo for some people, hey? So some people like switching off to my channel right now, and I understand that, and that's okay. I'm good with that. But I don't think, if we have a soul, in my opinion, if we have the soul, then the soul does not have a gender. The soul is therefore attached to the consciousness. And the experience that we're having here comes with the lessons that we're experiencing here. So I think in myself, there's certain roles that we have to play. Now, as I mentioned before, I've got many nationalities in me. Many. My little map of the world lights up. I have just as much connection to my Southeast Asian ancestry as what I do to my Nigerian ancestry, as I do to my Scottish ancestry. So when I do my magic, I always look at incorporating those of my ancestors into that. I don't believe we have all these gender identities in us. We are either male or we're female, and we're either male or female by DNA. It does not change what is nature. One man taking a knife to another human being, one human being to another, does not make change of anything other than superficial. What is on the outside, it does not change what's on the inside. It doesn't change who you are. It's an illusion. It creates an illusion. And that's what I think the point of what all those guys on the Cast Magick Facebook page were doing, and they were showing, is the illusion. And it was back to illusionary magic, not actual ritual occult magic, making changes in the real world to yourself. What we think, so we feel, so we act together to bring about change, which why I think little things like this YouTube channel, every woman just having their say as much as they can, whether it's on Getter or Twitter or Facebook or out in the street. And this is why I'm here, because at the end of the day, it's the action that matters. It's the action that manifests things. We can't make this change as women and stop this as much as we can, or push it back if we're not actively doing something about it. You know, every single raindrop raises that ocean. Every drop, one drop. I do mosaicing, and was having a bit of a get a chat with slightly twisted female, Brittany, and she's awesome. She's so awesome. And she said that my mosaic just reminded her things were built one stone at a time. And as, my little handle stone the crone, that just was like, yeah, that was cool. That was very cool. We're building this road one stone at a time on the foundations that the suffragettes left. That needs to be protected. If ancestral magic is important to me, then what the women did before I came, before I was here, but that's got to be part of it. Anyway, on that note, gonna love yous and leave yous. Staying out. And before we go, might just have a little look around my garden. I will apologise, it does need a weed. I badly need a weed.